Welcome to Week 10, List B. Please set up your paper like this with your name and date in the upper right-hand corner. There are 21 words in this list. Most of these words are going to help us practice the rule, the 1-1-1 rule. And the 1-1-1 rule says that in a one-syllable word, ending in one vowel, then one consonant, we're going to double that last consonant before we add a vowel suffix. And a vowel suffix is simply an ending of a word that starts with a vowel, so endings like ed or ing. Number 1, stepped, as in the past tense of step. He stepped forward and began to walk. So, step is one syllable. It ends in one vowel, then one consonant. So we're going to double that last consonant. We're going to think to spell st, p. We're going to double that last consonant. So there's going to be two P's, and we're going to add the ed. It's all one syllable. Spell out loud with me. Stepped. S-T-E-P-P-E-D. And ed is saying its second sound. It's saying its third sound, I'm sorry. The past tense ending says three different sounds. Ed-d-t. Number 2, slipped. The past tense of to slip. She slipped on the ice and nearly fell. Slipped. Again, using the 1-1-1 rule, we're going to spell slip, S-L-I-P. We're going to double the P and add an ed. Slipped. S-L-I-P-P-E-D. Slipped. Number 3, grabbed. The past tense of to grab. She suddenly grabbed his arm with both hands. So again, we're going to think to spell grab, g-r-a-b. It follows the 1-1-1 rule. We're going to double the B and add an ed for the past tense. This past tense ending in grabbed says its second sound, grabbed. Spell grabbed out loud, G-R-A-B-B-E-D, grabbed. 4, planned. The past tense of to plan. I planned what I want to wear to dinner tomorrow. Planned. So we're going to think to spell plan. P-L-A-N. It follows the 1-1-1 rule. We'll double the N and add an ed. Spell planned out loud. P-L-A-N-N-E-D. Number 5, planning. Planning is the present participle of to plan. We already know that plan follows the 1-1-1 rule. So we're going to double the N and add an ing for the present participle. And actually, I'm going to fix that. Planning is 2 syllables, so we're going to write it like that. And we always break up syllables if there is a double letter in between the two doubles. Planning, P-L-A-N-N-I-N-G. Number 6, dropped, as in the past tense of to drop. The oven's temperature dropped when we opened the door. Think to spell d-r-a-p. Follows the 1-1-1 rule. We're going to double the P and add an ed. saying its third sound. Spell dropped out loud. Dropped. D-R-O-P-P-E-D. Dropped. Number 7, dropping. This is the present participle of to drop. We can think to spell in 2 syllables. D, R, A, P, I, ing. It has the ing suffix. Spell out loud with me. Dropping. D-R-O-P-P-I-N-G. Dropping. Number 8, stopped, as in the past tense of to stop. I stopped talking so I could listen. Stopped follows the 1-1-1 rule, so we're going to double the P and add ed. Ed is saying its third sound in this word. Spell stopped out loud. Now, we can think to spell stop like this. S-T-A-P. Spell out loud with me. Stopped. S-T-O-P-P-E-D. Stopped. Number 9, stopping. This is the present participle of to stop. We will be stopping an hour before we start. Stopping. This is a 2-syllable word. We can think to spell S-T-A-P-P-I-ing. And again, we're doubling the P because of the 1-1-1 rule. Spell stopping out loud. S-T-O-P-P-I-N-G. Stopping. Number 10, hopping. This is the present tense of to hop. Now, as long as we follow the rule, we will spell this word correctly. So, of course, hop, we think to spell H-A-P. Now, again, it follows the 1-1-1 rule. 1 syllable, 1 vowel, 1 consonant. We're going to have to double that P, P-I-ing, to follow that rule. This will keep us from spelling hoping instead of hopping, because if we don't double that P, the word is hoping, and that would be the present participle of the verb to hope. So let's spell hopping out loud. H-O-P-P-I-N-G. So again, as long as we follow the rules, we'll know that we're spelling those 2 words correctly. Number 11, getting. I am getting a new car for my birthday. This is the present participle of the verb to get. And we think to spell get, g-e-t. In this case, the E is not having the G say j. Spell getting out loud. Getting. G-E-T-T-I-N-G. Getting. Number 12. Running. Present participle of the verb to run. My brother is running a race on Thursday. Running. Think to spell run. N. Follows the 1-1-1 rule, double the N, and add ing. Running. R-U-N-N-I-N-G. Running. Number 13, sledding. I went sledding down the hill on a toboggan. Sledding. Again, the present participle of the verb to sled. It follows the 1-1-1 rule. But we can think to spell s-l-e-d, d-e-ing. Sledding. S-L-E-D-D-I-N-G. Sledding. 14. Swimming. Present participle of the verb to swim. She is swimming and splashing in the pool. As we think to spell, we're also going to remember that again we can just spell the word swim, double the M, and add the ing. Or we can think to spell s, w, I, m, I, n. Spell swimming out loud. S-W-I-M-M-I-N-G. Swimming. Number 15. Beginning. This is the present participle of the word begin. Begin is already 2 syllables, so that uses a different rule. It's called the 2-1-1 accent rule. With a 2-syllable word ending in 1 vowel, then 1 consonant, we double the last consonant before adding a vowel suffix. So again, this rule only applies if the accent is on the last syllable. Begin. So we think to spell b-e-g-i-n. We're going to double that N and add the ing. Beginning. And it's going to make that a 3-syllable word. E is saying E at the end of a syllable. G is still saying its first sound, even though there's an I. Beginning. B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G. Beginning. Number 6. Missed. 16 and 17 are homophones. The first missed is the past tense of to miss. Again, miss, we think to spell m-i-s. That follows the floss rule. We double FL and S after a single short vowel at the end of a base word. And then the past tense, we're going to add the past tense ending, ed, which is saying its third sound. And so it's going to say missed. M-I-S-S-E-D, the past tense of to miss. The other mist is, of course, tiny drops of water. The wet mist in the air made it hard to see. That's 1 syllable, and we're going to think to spell m-i-s-t. Pretty simple. Spell mist out loud. M-I-S-T, mist. Of course, we can bracket those 2 words to remind ourselves that they are homophones. 18 and 19, guessed and guessed. The first is the past tense of to guess. It's 1 syllable. Think to spell guess. G-e-s. This word uses the GU phonogram, so that we're doubly sure that the G says G instead of J. It's protecting it from this E. And of course the past tense ending is ed. Spell guessed, as in the past tense of to guess, out loud. G-U-E-S-S-E-D. Guest. The other guest is a person that you would invite over. She is a guest in our house. 1 syllable. Going to think to spell G. We're using that 2-letter G-U again. E-S-T. Pretty straightforward. Spell out loud with me. guest, G-U-E-S-T, guest. And of course you can bracket those to show that they're homophones. The last two, 20 and 21, past and past. The first is the past tense of the word to pass. Pass is one syllable. We're going to think to spell p-a-s. Again, this follows the floss rule. And then we're going to add that ed ending. It's saying its third sound. Spell out loud with me. Past, as in the past tense of to pass. P-A-S-S-E-D. Past. And then, of course, the other past is as in before now. We've been using that a lot. This list, the past tense. And that's one syllable, and we think to spell p-a-s-t. Just like it sounds. Past, as in past tense, P-A-S-T, past. That's the end of week 10, level B.